Viewpoints and promises made during the following program are not those of WHNZ AM, its staff, management, or parent company, Clear Channel Communications Incorporated.
Welcome to the Caregiver Hour on 1250 WINS WHNZ, offering support for those who care for a loved one. A show that cares about you and supports and encourages you, the caregiver. Here's your host, Kim Linder.
Good morning, everyone, and I am so thrilled to be here at the Caregiver Hour on this beautiful Monday here in the Tampa Bay area. I know there was nice weather for most of the country, and I hope that you were able to enjoy your weekend. I did as well, and I kind of took it low-key. I actually took a nap, I worked out, I rode my bike, I ate healthy, then I had some sweets. I just had a really nice weekend. It was very low-key, and it just, it's nice. Sometimes you need that, especially when you hit the wall. I know when I was a caregiver, that's kind of what would happen. I would hit a wall trying to take care of all the details of caregiving for my in-laws, and sometimes I just needed to stop and take a nap or just take a rest and do something totally different and not put a lot of pressure on myself to be this fabulous, fantastic, wonderful caregiver 24/7. And, this show is all about helping you create that balance because we learn from our experiences, and that's kind of one of the lessons I learned is that I can't be doing caregiving 24/7 and still really have a healthy lifestyle, a healthy mind, body, and spirit, and take care of my family as well as my in-laws who I was really trying to take care of as well. So this show really is that gentle reminder, or if some of you need more of a stronger reminder, this just kind of brings it all forward for you. And it just helps you know that you're not alone. Caregiving we're here for you 24/7, whether it's the radio show that you can watch now on live web stream or listen to on a podcast or iHeartRadio, but also we have this helpline. This helpline really has become a tool for caregivers. And let me give you that toll-free number. It's 1-877-552-4950. And this is a number that you want to have immediately in your toolkit to help you whenever you kind of come to that wall or you come to some confusion or you're upset or you just want to get some reassurance, or maybe you're looking for a home care company or a holistic practitioner or an elder law attorney. We have it all on our website. That website, again, is www.thecaregiverhour.com. Well, today's show is really about an important piece of caregiving, and this was the struggle I had, was weight loss. I was just gaining weight. My blood pressure was booming. My blood sugar was out of skyrocket. My legs were swelling. I was losing hair. I was a hot mess as a family caregiver. And now we're so happy to have this radio show to help bring it all together for you. Bring all the experts here, all the people who really have experienced caregiving themselves or understand the life of a caregiver. And today it's weight loss, positive effects on your health. When you lose weight, there's some great effects. But how do we get there? And there are definitely stumbling blocks that happen. And we're so thrilled to have Dr. Kelly Miller, DCFASA at Miller Clinic for Optimal Health here in the Tampa Bay area. And we have Tina Costa, RN and Regional Sales Manager at Arcadia Home Care and Staffing, really to help us understand how does all of this taking care of seniors and elderly in their home, keeping them as independent as possible, and maybe having a healthy eating menu, habits. Maybe her caregivers at Arcadia can bring some information to your family member about how to eat healthy. Let's try to really keep you independent and strong, and healthy eating is definitely a way to go. If you have any questions, and you may have some questions, whether they relate to today's show or just in general about caregiving, you're welcome to call us toll-free during the show. It's 1-877-897-8255. I'm going to bring Dr. Miller on right away because he is one of our new sponsors, and we're so excited to have him here. I visited his office because when I refer someone to you as my caregivers, these are people I've researched myself. These are people that I have spent time talking to, making sure they're authentic, they have the integrity, and their heart is in the right place as they take care of you as the caregiver. So again, I just want you to know that I really do a lot of that homework and research for you so that you can just call me and I can take care of you. That's really my purpose and goal. And we have a website that has Kim's preferred list on it, and those are sponsors and experts who I say these are people who you can trust that will take care of your loved one. But again, you can always call me on my helpline at 1-877-552-4950. And I'm the caregiver coach, but there are many experts on that phone list as well. And you also can visit our website and get more information. We've got great blogs. We've got social media. We have wonderful events coming up that we're going to talk about at the end of the show. These are things that you want to be at. So why don't we bring Dr. Miller, Dr. Kelly Miller. We're so thrilled to have you here up from the Miller Clinic for Optimal Health. So welcome to the Caregiver Hour radio show.
Thank you. Good morning. It's good to be here.
Well, I know you love being here. So tell us who you are and what made you create this business.
Well, my background is I'm a chiropractic and naturopathic physician, and I have a certification in acupuncture, and I've just finished an international fellowship in aging and regenerative medicine.
Well, that sounds interesting. Tell us more about that.
Well, I'm 58 years old, so I have a vested interest.
I understand.
To have functional aging, and it's all about, what happens to us as we go from 20 to 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 to 80, and the nutritional aspects as we age, and also the hormonal aspects. So when I look at someone who has a chronic health problems, then that's part of my analysis, besides looking at the standard kind of blood tests that your general practitioner internal medicine is probably going to run on you.
Okay. So, Dr. Miller, let's give an example, because this may be really great for our viewers and our listeners. Say someone does come to you, they're trying to become healthy. They're like, I want optimal health, and I realize that I'm having trouble losing weight. Is this a good person for you to have as a client?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to, my analysis of a patient is always, what you eat, what you drink, how you rest, how you exercise, what you breathe, and what you think. I mean, that determines our health potential, our genetics and there, but it's what we do day to day. So if someone's not having difficulty, and we have 67 to 70% of Americans are overweight or obese, so it's a very common problem. And so we look at some of the things that you probably haven't heard of. We do genetic testing. We do something called mediated release testing. So we actually find out your specific genotypes, how you should eat optimally to stay leaner, and then also if you have any food intolerances.
That sounds very interesting because some people say, well, I am exercising, I'm eating right, what I think I'm eating right, but you're saying it may not be the right foods in the right time.
That's right. I had, in fact, on my website, I wrote about my personal experience just recently, a few months ago, where I was put on more weight and I just couldn't get off. I was at the gym every day for 60 to 90 minutes, and I had not run a food intolerance test on myself, and I ran it on myself, and I found specific things that I was having on a daily or frequent basis, and I eliminated those, and I lost 10 pounds just 2 weeks just by changing a few foods around.
Well, that will be very interesting. Maybe you'll share that a little more with us. So tell us a little more about your practice. I really liked your office. I have to say it had a very intimate setting. It had some wonderful spiritual messages for people who may be waiting and kind of feeling anxious about meeting up with you until you see them. And I thought that, I liked your space also because it was very personal space. And I have a thing about sacred space. And to me, when you're sitting with your clients and you have the pictures of your family and what makes you happy, there was a really great energy about that. And to me, that's the space where I felt like this is where I could have those hard-to-talk conversations with my doctor and really have a better understanding of what's going on with me physically and mentally.
Yes. Well, thank you for saying that and observing that. That's really the ambience I was trying to create.
Mm-hmm.
And I come from a background. I had 22 employees, and I had 3 medical doctors, 2 podiatrists, 3 physical therapists, another chiropractor in another city. And I kind of divorced myself from that and said, that's not what I want to do anymore. I want to, I'd see 50 to 70 people a day, but I could never get into a depth for really what they need. So I sit down the first time with a patient, allow 45 minutes, takes an hour to really understand what's going on with them. It's all one-on-one. We're sitting knee, pretty small space in my office there.
Yeah, so
and it's very intimate. And it's very
right.
I'm trying to create a relationship for that person for life. If they come to me at 40 years old, I'm planning to be here till I'm 100. So you can have me as your physician for another 42 years at least.
That sounds good.
So
we're going to talk more about that. So we're going to take a break and stay tuned. More with Dr. Kelly Miller at Miller Clinic for Optimal Health. And I'm Kim Linder, your host of the Caregiver Hour on 1250 WINS WHNZ. Stay with us.
St. Joseph's John Knox Village of Tampa Bay, Tampa's premier retirement community, is part of the Baycare Health System. John Knox Village is known for its successful aging lifestyle, along with spacious apartments. John Knox Village offers a wide range of activities to fill one's life spiritually, physically, mentally, educationally, and nutritionally. In addition, every level of care is available to meet the needs of the aging population. John Knox Village, comfortable, casual, and secure for life. To schedule a tour, call 1-800-272-5669.
Hi, it's Kim Linder from the Caregiver Hour. I want to tell you about an attorney in Clearwater that I have known for over 7 years. His name is Bill Rambaum, and I have referred many families to him for his legal expertise. Bill is one of less than 100 attorneys to be evaluated by the Florida Bar and become certified as a specialist in elder law. His 30 years of experience and impeccable credentials make him one of the most highly regarded legal experts in our area. Give Bill a call today at 727-781-5357 or visit rambaumlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Caregiving can be an overwhelming and stressful experience. Aston Gardens, Tampa Bay's premier senior living community, is excited to be able to support those who care for others. Please join them the third Thursdays of the month at 5:30 p.m. to learn creative problem-solving techniques and caregiving ideas from others who have been in your shoes. Aston Gardens specializes in independent living, assisted living, and memory care. Chosen for the 3rd year in a row by the U.S. Commerce Association for the Best of Tampa Bay Award in residential care. Call 813-855-2811 or visit AstonGardens.com for more info.
I'm Mike Lavoie with Beacon Asset Management. While 30 years of experience in financial services may have prepared me to be a certified financial planner, no amount of planning could have prepared me for the stress of being a caregiver. The financial planning my dad and I did when my mother became ill made caring for her bearable. At Beacon, we are committed to helping you take care of your financial needs so you can take care of your loved ones. Give us a call at 813-269-0732. 813-269-0732.
Injured in a car accident or suffering from back and joint pain for a while? Clearly, you need to see a doctor. Call Dr. Ben, a chiropractor with 25 years experience. He listens, he cares, he gets results. His common sense approach? Coaching patients to be self-sufficient and less doctor-dependent. Let's face it, there are many things you can do to improve your health. Call Dr. Ben at 727-488-8044. Mention the Caregiver Hour radio show for a free examination. 727-488-8044. Dr. Ben, your coach to better health. 727-488-8044.
Your home is where you feel relaxed, safe, and secure. Arcadia Home Care understands that you want to maintain that freedom and independence, even though you may be recuperating from an injury, illness, or simply require a little support with daily activities of living. You create a plan for your life as you envision it, and you can rest assured Arcadia will provide companionship, personal care, housekeeping, shopping and errands, or whatever you need. They deliver their services with compassion, dependability, and professionalism. Their caregivers are screened, bonded, and insured, and must meet rigorous hiring standards, so you are confident you're receiving the best care possible for you or your loved one. Visit ArcadiaHomeCare.com or call St. Petersburg at 727-579-9414 to schedule your free in-home assessment and learn how Arcadia can enhance your quality of life while helping you stay at home and healthier longer. Call Arcadia Home Care, 727-579-9414, providing quality services since 1978.
It's the Caregiver Hour on 1250 Wins WHNZ with encouragement, guidance, and support for caregivers. Here's your host, Kim Linder.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Caregiver Hour radio show. I just want to let you know this next segment is being sponsored by Beacon Asset Management. We take care of your finances so we can take care of your loved one. Call 813-269-0732 for more information. And I know Mike Lavoie is a great gentleman who would be your person when you call there to make the appointment for financial planning. He does an excellent job. But we're so happy to have Dr. Kelly Miller here with us today at Miller Clinic for Optimal Health. And he is our guest today. And if you have any questions about your weight or your overall well-being, we want you to call us right now, toll free during the show at 1-877-897-8255. So, Dr. Miller, we're thrilled to have you here today. Thank you so much for being our guest.
Thank you.
So, we were talking a little about how even yourself, you had that block where you were exercising, thinking you were eating right, but something was off. Do you mind telling us some of the foods you needed to change for yourself?
Sure. Well, one of the things that I ate, which I had a problem with, I moved here from Kansas City. I was eating an orange every day. And I was eating probably sweet potatoes a couple of times a week. I was eating tuna a couple of times a week, some cottage cheese. So things normally we would have a perception that was okay, but I had a moderate intolerance to those. So I just switched those. As soon as I eliminated that, it was just causing inflammation in my body. It was probably reducing my thyroid function, is slowing my metabolism down, and I just wasn't able to lose the weight.
Okay. So what did you replace it with? Do you mind telling us?
Well, let's see. I don't eat sweet potato anymore. I don't eat orange anymore. I eat an apple or berries, which are usually the best. They're low glycemic.
Okay.
And like when we put people on caloric restriction, those are the two that we stress the most. And not having too much dairy anymore. I have a little goat cheese as well. And that's about it. So I've just changed. The other thing I had was I had a little problem with tomatoes and potatoes, which I always knew for a long time that potatoes weren't right because if I ate a lot of potatoes, I seemed to put on more weight. So I actually had a solanine. It's a intolerance, which is in the nightshade family, which also will cause, some people are very sensitive to, and it causes osteoarthritic symptoms to worsen.
Wow. Okay.
Potatoes, tomatoes, green pepper, and eggplant.
Okay. Yeah, I love eggplant. So when, say I'm coming to you, I'm the caregiver, and do we do a food chart? Do we do a food journal so that you can kind of see what I'm eating already, or all the blood work? Or, I don't know if it's just blood work or some other kind of how you get what you get from me that would then tell you genetically this is what's going on and this is what you need to make changes for. What is the actual process?
Well, we're going to sit down, and if we're talking about weight loss,
yes.
Today primarily, okay, so we're going to find out, is this a lifelong problem, or is this just like something that happened at 50?
Right.
I hear that at 50, it seems like at 50. Well, we know we have a lot of hormonal changes that occur, menopause in women and andropause in men. Mm-hmm. So that could be a factor. And we look at, have you changed any of your lifestyle? Are you eating something different? Are you having any other new symptoms? So depending on, what the person is, what their background is, if it's an early problem, lifelong. If it's a lifelong problem, then I suspect, there's a genetic variable. Call it a variant or polymorphism, which are they have identified 5 of these variants that are very important in our maintaining our lean mass, or being more lean, or reducing our likelihood of being overweight. And some people absorb more fat. Simply, they just absorb more fat. So that person needs to really reduce fat, not like everybody has for 20 years, wrong kind of fat, but that person, it really makes a difference, or we may need to add some soluble fiber in their diet, which will absorb some of the fat in the intestine and take it out before they store it. Other variables, some people need 13% of monounsaturated fats like olive oil in their diet to maintain lean. That would be someone who does well in the Mediterranean diet. But these variants kind of explain why one person can do same diet, get great results losing weight. Another person could actually gain weight on it.
So I just want to know, so do you do blood work there, or not that you do blood work, but do you order blood work, a panel of blood work, or how does that work for when I have the appointment with you?
Well, the two tests that we might run would be the genetic test, and that's just done with a swab inside the cheek.
All right.
And we usually like to run a nutritional needs test with that because these variants, we might need more B vitamins or vitamin C or D or E, and that's important in us being healthy. And the testing is pretty inexpensive. So that's a good one. And the other one is the MRT, mediator release test, and we're going to test 120 foods and 13 common environmental stressors. And there's a couple of food groups in each family, so if you test positive on those, then we give you a list, okay, if those are positive, then you probably should avoid these as well. So they're categorized to mild, moderate, severe. So you want to reduce the severe and few the moderate, and it usually shows that there's a pattern there that we're eating a lot of a certain type of food, and we may even crave a certain type of food. And we have one of the things we do is we have something called Craving Factor, which actually inhibits our craving for sugar or for wheat products or whatever it is.
Okay, that's excellent. So again, how is that test? So I heard about the swab, but what's the other one? Are they pricks or
That's actually a blood serum test.
Blood serum.
So we take 4 blue tops, and that's sent off to the lab.
Okay, all right. And then they come back and have the other appointment with you to know the results, and then putting a plan together for you.
Right. The MRT testing takes about a week to get back, and the genetic testing takes about 2 weeks to get back.
Okay. I'm going to do it because I am at this point in my life.
We can have my appointment book.
Yeah, where's the appointment book? Because I want the appointment. And if you're someone who is like me, who is just struggling and is kind of at that point where you do want to make changes, maybe you want to come with me. We'll all come together to Dr. Miller's office, and I am going to make that appointment. And if you want to come with me, you can call us toll-free right now at 1-877-897-8255 because Dr. Miller has a special offer for us if we decide to come and do this at his office. So I'm going to let him really share this with you right now. So what is the special offer, Dr. Miller?
Well, normally my consultation fee is $105, which I think is pretty reasonable.
Yes.
We're going to do this if you refer to this program and the weight loss program, you can come in for $10.
Okay. That's pretty awesome. And the code word is weight loss. We'll just make it really easy, and we know which show we're talking about. Again, so if you're interested in weight loss, be in touch with us. I'm Kim Linder. Stay with us. And as we continue this conversation, again, I exercise very hard. I have a personal trainer. I think I'm eating healthy, but I do have cravings. And my cravings are the bread and the sugar. And what seems to happen is in the evening time. And I guess I'm not alone because I used to never have desserts. I used to never have to have that. But now I have to have it. It just overtakes me. It's like I don't even have control of it. So I'm really looking forward to having this appointment with you. I'm Kim Linder. You're listening to the Caregiver Hour on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Tina Costa is up next. Stay with us.
From the Simpson Air Studios, this is 1250 Wins WHNZ, Tampa Bay, an iHeart radio station.
Hi, your house here.
What?
No, really, it's me, your house. We gotta talk.
Seriously?
Yeah, look, did you know I'm wasting your energy and money?
Oh, the electric bill.
Exactly, but Tampa Electric can help.
Really?
Sure. Just call Tampa Electric for a free home energy audit. An energy analyst will come over and inspect my ductwork and insulation.
For real?
Check windows and doors for leaks. Examine heating and cooling systems. Look at all the places I waste energy.
Wow.
The analyst will recommend energy efficiency solutions and even offer you rebates. How cool is that?
That is cool. Hey, wait a minute, House, have you always been able to talk?
Yup.
Then why didn't you?
didn't want to creep you out, man.
Uh-huh.
Get your free home energy audit and start saving energy and money at your house. Call Tampa Electric today at 813-275-3909 or visit tampaelectric.com/save. Tampa Electric, the power to save you money.
Stay tuned for an amazing surprise sale from Pro Flowers. Are you predictable? When was the last time you surprised someone with something totally unexpected? At Pro Flowers, we think predictability is boring. Surprises are exciting. So we're making it easy for you to be unpredictable by offering our best-selling 100 spring blooms for just $19.99. Plus, we're giving away a free glass vase with every order. These 100 stunning spring blooms are bursting with color. Imagine the look on their face when 100 beautiful spring flowers arrive from you, out of the blue. Be unpredictable. Be spontaneous. Sometimes the best reason to send flowers is for no reason at all. But hurry, because this incredible deal ends this Friday. 100 colorful spring blooms with a free glass vase for just $19.99. The only way to get this amazing deal is to visit proflowers.com. Click on the blue radio microphone in the upper right corner and enter the secret code 8585. That's proflowers.com, secret code 8585.
Need AC? Call Simpson Air, the coolest guys in town. Log on to thecoolestguys.com.
This report brought to you by Preparation H. For hemorrhoid relief, step up to Preparation H relief with the power of 2. First, use Preparation H medicated wipes to soothe as they clean. Then Preparation H Maximum Strength Cream to relieve pain and burning. Look for Preparation H at Walmart. Use as directed.
From Bright House Networks Traffic Center, had an accident reported southbound on 275 near 54th Avenue South. They're clearing a wreck from Park Street north of 54th Avenue North. In Tampa, there's an accident on Bush Boulevard at 30th Street. They're clearing a wreck from Dale Mabry south of Hillsborough Avenue. And construction blocks the left lane southbound on the Veterans Expressway at Linebaugh. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Udowick Hillsborough. Traffic tip line at 866-545-9595.
1250 winds, weather center forecast. Highs in the mid-80s this afternoon, a few low 80s along the coastlines north of Tampa Bay waters. Otherwise warm, sunny, a few scattered clouds, 20% chance of some isolated showers throughout the day. Lows tonight on the mild side, around 70 degrees. We'll see 80 for high tomorrow, clouding up, 60% chance of rain, so a little front comes in. We'll see cooler temps on Wednesday, down in the mid-70s, but back to the low 80s by the end of the week. Wall Street today, Dow is up 118, NASDAQ positive 47, the S&P index up by 16, down to 16,145. 1250 wins, WHNZ.
The Caregiver Hour on 1250 wins, WHNZ. It's about taking care of yourself while you take care of others. Here's your host, Kim Linder.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this fabulous Caregiver Hour radio show. We are rocking because we've got Dr. Kelly Miller here who's going to help us understand why we are having trouble losing weight and identifying foods that we may have allergies to or just resistance is so interesting. I'm so excited about this. So there's going to be a group of us going, and it's at $10 to do this consult. It's usually $105 so that you can come with us. In fact, I think Tina Costa is going to come too. So Tina, you going to join me?
Oh, absolutely.
Wasn't that interesting?
Yes.
What he had to say?
I'm excited about it. Yeah, because I mean, you get to a certain age and you try everything that you know to try, and maybe it worked for a while and it's not working anymore. Right. So I'm willing to research it a little bit.
Okay.
Lay down a 10 spot to see if I can find out what it is.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I think we'll get a few other people as well. Let's talk about what's been happening in your world.
All kinds of good stuff. Well, first of all, these little earbuds, Kim,
like them?
Are awesome, except I think my ears are deformed because one of them keeps popping out a little bit.
We can get a different type
maybe
for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this type. We can figure out another type.
I can hear and everything but I feel like it's going to fall out all over the place. You don't want to be a girl on TV and have stuff falling out all over the place.
No, you don't.
But yeah, lots of good stuff going on with us. Extremely, extremely busy lately. Probably, I think it's because I'm out so much more than what I was before, not worrying so much about the operations side of it. Some people helping me with that piece. So
terrific.
Being out there full time, getting back in touch with people that I lost my connection with on a certain level, and we're just having phenomenal weeks in terms of the number of referrals coming in. And
wonderful.
It's amazing. And
That's
inquiries.
terrific.
So yeah, it's a good thing.
Have you been in touch with Amy Kuykendall?
I haven't talked to her in a while.
Me either.
I have not. And I know she got back into the law part of it.
I did not
as
know
well.
that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think actually, I want to say it was probably about 2 months ago. She actually called me about someone that was looking for some services,
Okay.
that kind of thing. So, yeah.
So the reason why I bring up Amy Kuykendall, because she actually introduced us. So
Yeah,
she's been a
she's
very
the
special
reason for
person in our
this.
lives.
Oh, yeah. Over and over and
yeah,
over and
very,
over
very
again.
special lady. So tell me, we were just talking about weight loss, and I don't know if you feel like weight loss is a topic of how you would make that part of Arcadia Home Care and staffing, and when you're working with clients, what do you think when you think of weight loss?
I will say I don't think that's ever the first thing that pops up on our to-do list when we're meeting with someone. I think sometimes it happens later on.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops! See, there it goes.
Yeah,
It
I did
popped
see
right
that.
out. You did see. I'm deformed.
Or you can leave it off.
Very good. Okay, there we go. We address dietary needs, and we're assessing
Yes.
the foods that they're eating and the medications that they're on, and are they able to prepare their own meals and do their own shopping. But I think the weight loss piece of it may come later,
Okay.
once we develop that relationship.
And it may not even be weight loss. It could be about just food intolerance.
Correct.
Maybe mom's been eating this and maybe it isn't the healthiest thing for her, and there may be a genetic reason.
And I never thought about that until
Right.
he said that this morning, because I will say, I said to Dr. Miller when I got here, I think, at least for me, and maybe I just assume that other people are like this too, but, a lot of times we know what we should and shouldn't eat.
Right.
And we know that we're supposed to exercise, and we know that we shouldn't be eating a bowl of ice cream at 11 o'clock at night, because it's probably not a good idea. It's a matter of we go to seminars and we read magazines and we watch TV and we hear it. It's just not until you're actually ready to make the change that it actually makes an impact and you do something. So what he was saying about the fact that it may be something you don't even know.
Right.
Something that you enjoy. Yes, you tend to eat it. But I mean, if there was something like some of the things he was describing, that's all it would take to make that, to get me over that, when you've reached kind of, what is it, when you're kind of at a stalemate. You're
Yes.
just kind of, you need something to get you into the next level. Something like that would be amazing. And it's not something normally we even think of for our home care clients, and we probably need to.
Well, once you go to the office, you're going to become more educated about what that process is, and then you could actually talk to the family members and to your
Correct.
staff about having this awareness.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, a big part of why I love this show and why I would never not be a part of it, I don't care under any circumstances if I was the last sole sponsor. I'm here until do or die. I learn a lot, and it not
That's
only
great.
helps my team back in the office, but it spills over into our clients, to our referral sources. So it's a win-win all the way.
We actually have a call from Land O'Lakes. Bob, why don't we take your call for a moment? Bob, and welcome to the Caregiver Hour radio show.
Hey, good morning, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for calling us. How can we help you?
Yeah, I was just curious to become part of that group. What does somebody have to do just to get on that list there to go with you guys?
Well, we are happy that you want to be a part of that list.
Yeah, definitely.
My producer, Steve, will take your information, and I will contact you and let you know when we're all putting it together, and we will come and we'll do it together. Do you have a specific question about for Dr. Miller?
Actually, I guess my weight seems to be in line. I try to keep it in pretty good shape. My only concern was just finding out to see if there maybe were some of those hidden, food intolerances there that I just might have been aware of, and that was my number one reason when you talked about that as being a hurdle, for certain things.
Right.
I was just curious about that. Yeah.
Okay, so we will make that appointment and be in touch with you, and Steve will take your information, and we will be right back with you after the show.
Thank you so much.
We're going to
Tina,
have a
what do you
party,
think?
Bob. It's going to be a party. Be ready.
Thank you, Tina, for letting me take that call.
Sure.
So tell us how, let's go back to your staff and the wonderful job that they do keeping family members independent at home. Why don't we go back to that?
Well, a lot of times, we get a call where families or a caregiver or a professional that's making the referral to us is not sure what the client needs. They don't know what their status is. They may not be a situation where they're being discharged from the hospital or something like that. They're just, they're nutritionally, they don't think they're okay. They're maybe not able to prepare their own meals anymore. They're not eating properly. Maybe a family member's come and had a vacation and realized that all the food in the fridge was stale and mom's lost 10 pounds and, that kind of thing. So a big part of our kind of step one is to do a really good assessment. And that's done by an RN. Our director of nursing goes out and does that. And it's a head-to-toe assessment. And it obviously involves psychosocial, nutrition, medications that they're on, physical assessment, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's a matter of you got to get the information first and then decide what you're going to do with it. But a lot of times, once we get that, it's about us helping them with shopping and helping them with meal planning and helping them with what types of foods are best for them. So if they're seeing someone like Dr. Miller or anyone else that's giving them instructions on things they should and shouldn't do, our caregiver's job, or at least this is how we look at it, is to help promote that.
And sometimes they've stopped the art of cooking, and if your caregiver can come in and cook some of their favorite dishes,
correct, and
that's
a lot
fabulous.
And a lot of times we're doing it in advance,
and then sit with them while they're eating
Correct.
versus them sitting alone.
Yeah, it's eating should be a social thing.
And
it really should,
enjoyable.
and as we get older, and especially with some of our dementia folks, we know their taste buds die.
Yeah.
That's just a natural part of it. So that's why I think food becomes so important to them. It's like their focus. You got to cook things and prepare things that they not only like, but that are good for them.
But your caregivers also can take them out
Absolutely.
for lunch or out for
Correct.
dinner or out for a walk. I mean, that's also very good because now their day has a different shape to it.
Well,
so
I
it's
think
not
it's
just sitting in front of the
right.
TV or just sitting in front, just waiting for the day to be over.
And I think it's a combination of those things, like you said. A lot of times it's as simple as taking a walk.
Yes.
Around the neighborhood, and they're for fear of falling or whatever it may be, they don't want to do it alone.
Right.
They want to go with somebody, and we can put them on a regular schedule of exercise. And the same type of exercise is one size fits all. It may be sitting in a chair and doing movements and exercises.
Yes.
Something as simple as that gets your blood flowing. But also,
Right.
When you eat well, you feel well. It's that simple. We all know when we eat things that we shouldn't eat, we may feel really good at the moment when we're consuming it, but later on it may give us a headache. It may make our stomach hurt.
Might not have a good night's sleep.
Might not sleep well. Exactly. So I think especially with our seniors, it's about surrounding them with people that have that information. And that's a big part of what we do.
But it also helps the caregiver have peace of mind that their parent or their loved one has had a nice day as well. Maybe they're working, maybe they're traveling for work, maybe they're long distance. And for them to know that they have taken care of their loved one completely to the best of their ability, I think is an A+, don't you?
Absolutely, without a doubt. And like I said, sometimes it's just the little things that
It
make
really
a difference,
is.
and it's that interaction with another person. There's more likely to get up and do something if someone's coming to their house and going to do it with them, help them get ready to do it.
Maybe
whatever
there's
the
been
case
an
is.
interest that your parent or a family member or even a friend has wanted to do and no longer is doing. They have the ability, the chance to reconnect to that joy of doing what they used to do, whether that's sewing or doing puzzles or even going to the library, just something
Correct.
that makes them happy.
Going to a museum,
Yeah.
going to play bingo with their
Yeah.
friends, whatever it is, it's that connecting. It's just this overall sense of well-being that just something so little like that can make a big difference, which is one of the reasons why, our average client, Kim, which is the amazing thing, 15 years ago was very different. Nowadays our average client is a couple of hours, a few days a week. It used to be 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, or 7 days
see.
a week. It's not like that anymore.
Okay.
It doesn't take as much to keep them healthy and independent.
Let's let them know how they can get in touch with you at Arcadia Home Care and Staffing
Absolutely.
in St. Pete.
Okay, here we go. This is bad. This is
I'm
like,
so sorry. We're going to
God.
change it for you.
Okay.
We were so happy. Now we're like so sad.
It is 727-579-9414.
And if you're on the website and you're watching us or you're going to be checking us out, Arcadia is in about 8 different places. So you certainly can find them on Kim's preferred list, but also on our website and also on the helpline. And that helpline is, again, that toll-free number is 552-4950. Again, toll-free 1-877-552-4950. But if you have a question for Tina or Dr. Miller, who's going to be right back with us, it's circling back to the Caregiver Hour, you can actually call us right now during the show at 1-877-897-8255, just like Bob did. You are welcome to call us back. We are here for you. I'm Kim Linder. You're listening to the Caregiver Hour on 1250 WINS WHNZ.
If you or a loved one experience bladder control problems, here's important news.
For more than 5 years now, the nice ladies at the Caregiver Partnership have taken the time to understand my needs, suggest the best choices of bladder control products for me, and always get the right product delivered to my door fast and with free shipping.
To get started, simply call 800-985-1353 for your free catalog and $60 in coupons. Many people just like you trust the Caregiver Partnership for convenient home delivery of bladder control products, and they have more than 500 to choose from. Call now. The call is free, shipping is free, and your satisfaction is guaranteed.
The Caregiver Partnership treats me like family and really knows their stuff, and they keep my business private.
Call 1-800-985-1353 now to receive your free catalog with $60 in coupons. That's 1-800-985-1353. Call now. The voice in the preceding advertisement is not the voice of an actual customer. St. Joseph's John Knox Village of Tampa Bay, Tampa's premier retirement community, is part of the Baycare Health System. John Knox Village is known for its successful aging lifestyle, along with spacious apartments. John Knox Village offers a wide range of activities to fill one's life spiritually, physically, mentally, educationally, and nutritionally. In addition, every level of care is available to meet the needs of the aging population. John Knox Village, comfortable, casual, and secure for life. To schedule a tour, call 1-800-272-5669.
Caring for an elderly parent or a loved one with special needs can be challenging, stressful, and frustrating. If you need help finding the best professionals in the field of home care, legal advice, integrated practitioners, respite care, or a great support group, call the Caregiver Helpline at 1-877-552-4950. That's 1-877-552-4950. It's a free service provided by the Caregiver Resource Network. Call 1-877-552-4950 or go to thecaregiverhour.com. Hi, it's Kim Linder from the Caregiver Hour. I want to tell you about an attorney in Clearwater that I have known for over 7 years. His name is Bill Rambaum, and I have referred many families to him for his legal expertise. Bill is one of less than 100 attorneys to be evaluated by the Florida Bar and become certified as a specialist in elder law. His 30 years of experience and impeccable credentials make him one of the most highly regarded legal experts in our area. Give Bill a call today at 727-781-5357 or visit rambaumlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Caregiving has gotten harder and more complicated, even as families have more and more demands on their time. That's why AARP is here to help caregivers with the tools, information, and support they need to care for their loved ones and themselves. Check out aarp.org/caregiving to connect with other caregivers like yourself and find the resources you need. Visit the AARP Caregiver Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
It's the Caregiver Hour on 1250 Wins WHNZ with encouragement, guidance, and support for caregivers. Here's your host, Kim Linder.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Caregiver Hour fabulous radio show. We've been having such a great conversation today, and one of our caregivers actually called in from Land O'Lakes, and thank you so much, Bob, for doing that. And, you know, it's really talking about weight loss and the positive effects on your health, but for seniors who are at home wanting to live independently, maybe it's really understanding what foods do work for you to keep you strong and sturdy and having the durability to really live a healthy lifestyle. Because even though you are maybe 80 years old, to us, you're like 60, because we're thinking you still have so much more to go and do, and we're there to support you and your family members. So the Caregiver Hour radio show, this next segment is being sponsored by St. Joseph's John Knox Village of Tampa Bay, Tampa's experts in aging and senior housing. And I have visited that location as well. Carolyn North is a fabulous woman who has such a passion for John Knox Village. And if anyone is interested in just touring, taking a tour and seeing all the wonderful things that they have to offer in lifestyle, social, intellectual, and also physical, just keeping you active as a senior, you want to check them out, and they are on our website too. So if you're interested, you can click onto them. There's a link on the caregiverhour.com website for you to get connected right to the John Knox Village. We have some events coming up, and I'm really very excited about this. I'll tell you very briefly that Arden Courts is doing an event called Coconut Oil and Alzheimer's Disease, a free dementia education seminar. And the one in the afternoon on Wednesday, April 16th is like, I can't say sold out because it's all free, but they're booked. But you can go in the morning. And what time is it in the morning, Joe? 10:30. Okay, so it's from 10:30 to like 11:30. They're having a free seminar, and this is going to be at the Arden Courts in Largo on 300 Highland Avenue Northeast. If you want to RSVP, you can do that at 727-559-8411. Again, 559-8411. And they have Dr. Mary Newport and Jennifer Slocum. These are two women who are going to be talking about coconut oil and Alzheimer's disease. So if you have a loved one who has Alzheimer's, you may want to check that out, or maybe you have it yourself. You're in early stages and you want to know what you can do for yourself. I am so excited that we have two events coming up for the senior community and the caregiver community. The first one, I am so excited. We're actually taking this radio show on the road. It's going to be on location, so I won't be here at Clear Channel. I'll actually be at the Palms of Largo. The Palms of Largo is located in Clearwater, and they are really located in Largo, right near Clearwater. And it's going to be at the plaza. They have built this beautiful structure for us to have events inside as well as outside, and we're going to have this fabulous event. Again, that is going to be, just to let you know, it's going to be the first live on location on the road with the Caregiver Hour Roadshow. And it's on Monday, May 19th. Again, Monday, May 19th. Come and be a part of this. It's a happening. We're going to have so much fun. There'll be music and prizes and a great presentation. And that's from the radio show starts at 11 o'clock there, but we're having breakfast and networking before that. So it's kind of a happening. Again, it's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the plaza at the Palms of Largo in Largo, Florida. So we're doing networking, visiting vendors, because we are going to have some of the sponsors that you hear and see and the guests that you see here at the radio show will be there live, so you can ask them questions directly. And then you have live on air, the radio show, seeing how it is behind the scenes. And our special guest is Dr. John Young. He's medical director of the Young Foundation Health in Largo, Florida, and his sister. Yes, his sister works at the Palms of Largo. Her name is Marcy Sadorf. I've known her for many years. She's a wonderful lady, and she's a clinical liaison for the Palms of Largo. So we've kind of brought them together. I don't think they've ever done anything together. So this is going to be this is going to be such a great happening. But what I love is that Dr. John Young is going to be speaking to us afterwards for those of us who stay and visit for lunch. We'll have a box lunch, and you can stay and really ask him all kinds of questions, because he is an integrative practitioner. He's an MD, but he has that other piece to him, and he is going to be there for you that day. So mark on your calendars Monday, May 19th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. But the radio show will be there at 11 a.m. and start there and kind of be in the audience. We've got beautiful seating for you. We've got great food. We'll have a lot of fun and music. And then we also have another event, and that's happening again, going to be on the road with the Caregiver Hour, and that's celebrating the older Americans at the Memorial Hospital of Tampa. So we're so excited about that too. Everything is posted on our website. That'll be on Tuesday, May 27th from 9 a.m. till noon, and we've got a great group of people on the show. Dr. Susan Steen, who's a neurologist, and Dr. Jim Conchaletti. He is Executive Director of Institute of Optimal Aging, and Dr. Albert Towell, who is geriatrics. And there'll be also an interactive presentation. So there's a lot happening. So again, if you have any questions, you certainly can get in touch with me. You can just email me at kim@thecaregiverhour.com or go to our website, and there's a place for you to contact me. Dr. Miller, I want to come back to you. If you have a tip for our caregivers, maybe who are trying to understand why they cannot lose weight or want to have more of an optimal, healthy lifestyle, what would you be able to tell them?
Well, there's 4 types of resistance why we start having trouble losing weight. And the first one is called leptin resistance. And a lot of people, that's a new word for you, leptin. But our body fat actually acts as its own endocrine gland, and it produces something called leptin. Leptin's supposed to go to our brain, our hypothalamus, which is in charge of our internal sensory, and tell us we're full. Because we've had too much weight, we got too much leptin, and that causes insulin resistance. Many of us is called insulin resistance, are familiar with that. Insulin resistance leads to adrenaline resistance, Adrenaline's supposed to make our body fat burn as well, and that leads to thyroid resistance. So we have four different metabolic problems that need to be addressed in that chronic weight loss.
We want to
problem.
have more of that conversation, but we're kind of running out of time. So if someone wants to make an appointment, what's the best way for them to reach you?
They can go online at drkellymiller.com and request an appointment. They can sign up, or they can call our phone number, 813-774-3744.
So if you are someone who is struggling, you want to get in touch with Dr. Miller and learn about the 4 different ways of where we're having problems with our weight loss. Thank you so much, Dr. Miller, for being with us today.
Thank you.
Tina Costa, we were talking about your staff helping seniors who live at home with really having a healthy lifestyle. What kind of tip would you like to leave with our caregivers today?
Well, I would tell them, we were talking about an exercise program that is tailored and specific to each person. I would say once you figure out what that is, with either the help of a physician or one of our caregivers or a family member, to commit to it and do it consistently. That's probably the best way to get the most advantage out of doing it in the first place. It increases circulation, it promotes healing. And I would also tell people if you're not sure what your loved one or your family member or friend needs, we provide a free RN assessment. It costs you nothing to find out kind of where you are.
Okay.
So you've got kind of nothing to lose by giving us a call, have someone come out there, meet with you, your family member, and hopefully at that point we can help towards working on a plan that's going to work for you, that's going to give you the most benefit.
So we got your earplugs already fixed.
Yeah,
so
they're
now
good.
it's feeling good.
I got new little baby buds.
We took care of you.
Got little tiny ears. We're good to go now. So as far as contacting us, they can contact us by calling the St. Petersburg office, 727-579-9414. And they can ask to speak with Tammy or Sue. Those are my gals. And Teresa is the director of nursing. If she happens to be in, they can speak with her directly. Also, they can go to our website, which is www.arcadiahomecare.com.
That's great. Thank you so much for being with us today.
You're welcome.
So if you are interested in attending to some of the events that we have listed on our website, maybe you're new in the healthcare field and you want to meet some other professionals, or maybe you're a family caregiver and you want to become informed and empowered, we encourage you to go to the caregiverhour.com website, look at our calendar of events, and then make a decision and connect with us anytime. Again, we are so thrilled to have our guest, Dr. Kelly Miller at Miller Clinic for Optimal Health, and Tina Costa, Regional Sales Manager at Arcadia Home Care and Staffing. If today is a day that you are caregiving for a loved one, we hope that you will listen to the show in its entirety. If not, you can always go back and listen to it on our website. And you can always call me at my helpline, and I'll be happy to connect you with anyone at any time. That toll-free number again is 1-877-552-4950. Do something kind today. Take a walk yourself, or maybe call a friend who you haven't spoken to in a long time, and just wish them a beautiful day. I wish you that beautiful day, and I wish you harmony and wholeness and beauty. I'm Kim Linder. See you next week.
The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the preceding program are not those of WHNZ AM.